keep your worlds apart. This is not good. Worlds are colliding.
You know what happens then?
Welcome to another incursion here at Secret Pods. It's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis. So, this is one of those combos you usually have with yourself, right? You just kind of do it in your mind. It's probably like the most morbid combo you can have. And I'm sure most people can relate to the thoughts around death, right? I think it's a normal thing. Just measuring and examining your own mortality. I'm sure you've thought about your own death. I have. Like, who's going to care? Who going to be there? Who all going to be there at your funeral? You know what I mean? Are people going to cry? Like, how will your family, your friends, how will the world as a whole remember you? How long will they remember you? Will people miss you? Will you even know? There's like, and that's like a whole nother conversation about souls. Maybe we can get into that later. A lot gets unsaid. Well, gets left unsaid in life, you know? And it's cliche to say, like, live life like it's your last day. But in reality, do people even do that? Life is long. And if we all really did that, I don't even think streaming platforms would exist. I know that's random. But think about it, right? You're not really living like you're going to die tomorrow, binge watching Grey's Anatomy and ordering Domino's. Like, where's the adventure? Where's the thrill? You know, if we truly lived life like there was no tomorrow, fear wouldn't even exist in the way that it does now in society, because fear tends to like be a thing that holds you back, right? The second guessing, the doubts, whether it's rejection, feeling like you don't deserve, insecurities, overthinking, body shaming, societal like norms and cues. Like, I gotta live with this failure forever. Like, none of that would matter, right? Like, if you lived life like it was your last day, because in that moment you kind of have like the Mario like invincibility star, right? But again, easy to say, much harder to put in practice, I think. So what happens when you die? None of us really know, right? And it freaks me out sometimes to think about it. Like, the human mind is like trained to think about something. You're being fed thoughts through TV and ads and books in school. Like, the very idea of creativity is like grown and nurtured through many of these things, right? Like innovation. And you spend your whole life thinking. So the idea that death is being nothing, just blank, like empty, it's kind of scary, you know, beyond scary. Honestly, it's hard to grasp the idea of nothingness. Like, is it all white? Is it all black? Do you even know? Can you know? If your body shuts down, what's that like? You can't really picture nothing, right? Because nothing is nothing. And you're still using your brain to picture it and give it a sense of shape and form. But then it isn't nothing. That's still something. That kind of felt like a Seinfeld bit. What's the deal with nothing? How do you even know it's there? Right? So I think it kind of gives us a sense of solace to believe in a place we all go after we die. Like, people cling to that because what's the alternative? Life can't be the end, right? I mean, it can, but if it is, then what's the point of all this? Like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing? You're at home, you're in your car, you're commuting, you're at work, you're listening to this, but why? You know, what am I doing right now? Like, is this a waste? You think about like wars and all the shit we fought for and prejudices and racism. It's all so fucking small. Like, it's insignificant. Like, death comes, it comes for us all, right? And we did all this for nothing. Like, we made life harder for some. For what? Like, we created like a society and rules and structure and to give meaning to existence, and then death comes and we all shut down. And what was the point of it all? You know, a system we created, by the way, we created and all agree and abide by these rules and terms, and it stresses us out and drives many of us to vices, to drugs, to death. What do you do all that shit for? You know, like, it's just fucking stupid. And life is funny like that, you know? You won't get any of these answers until the end. And that's like the punchline. That's the ultimate punchline. That's the killing joke. So until then, you just kind of have to form your own opinion on what life is, what death is, what the afterlife is, if it is an afterlife, and stand firm in that and just kind of hope you made the most of what you had while you had it, in case there isn't more. Because in the end, who fucking knows? And I think that's one of the reasons why, when it comes to religion and beliefs, I don't judge anyone. I've seen people do that, and I'm not a fan of that. Like if you don't believe in anything, that's okay. But the smugness in looking at people who do, I think that's corny. You know, you shouldn't. If you think it's you live and you die and that's it, that's okay. I don't like when people judge others for thinking that there's more, because you can't prove that there isn't, just like they can't prove that there is. And if you truly believe everyone has the right to, believe what they want or whatever that case is, shut the fuck up. Just let them if that gives them some sort of solace, let them have that. It doesn't affect you in any way. At least for me, I don't judge anyone's religion or whatever you believe. I don't think any one specific religion is more potent or true than any other religion personally. Because when you take a step back, when you take the blinders off, you just take a step back at just religion in general. If you were born in another area or place, the amount of feelings you have towards whatever religion or thing you believe now, you'd have that for that other religion, right? Like you could have grew up somewhere and believe in Buddhism the way you believe in Christianity or Judaism or whatever that you decide to believe in or not believe in. And when you think of it that way, you're not really wrong in your. The only thing I don't like about any specific religion, and I would say, as someone that's more in tune with Christianity than any other religion, is I don't like when people look down on other religions or you just believe your religion is right. You prove it. You can't really prove it. So you don't know if in the end all the religions are right. And, it was just a different way of speaking about whatever entity exists, like you can't prove it. So I try to be incredibly tolerant towards everyone's religion. You know what I mean? It's not no skin off my back. Like whatever makes you happy, go for it. And I just feel like that's something more people in general need to practice, is just tolerance and respect towards your religion, your views on death, and just life in general. I don't feel like your way or my way is correct, and because of that, I should look down on why you believe what you believe. You believe what you believe because you were raised in an environment that you were raised in, and that was the main thing in that area. If you grew up somewhere else, you'd believe in something else. You wouldn't grow up somewhere where everyone believes in Judaism and you turn out to be a Christian. More than likely, no. You're going to believe what was told in your household. You're going to believe what was told in your neighborhood, in your main environment, until you experience other things. And maybe you decide, I don't know, you believe something else more, whatever the case is. And I just feel like if there's anything to take away from this episode, aside from just, being creeped out by death, is tolerance. Tolerance. That's important. Don't be smug about whatever it is you believe or don't believe. Don't be an asshole. There's no reason to do that. Life is hard enough. Don't be a dick. And I feel like don't be a dick is, it just kind of came to mind, Quantumania, and how MODOK had that moment of clarity after being told not to be a dick. I hope you have it too. Don't be a dick if you needed to hear that. But yeah, as always, man, if there's anything you want me to talk about, reach out. I'm on all social media sites as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS. You can find my art and greeting cards on Etsy. That's artbyden.etsy.com. That's DENN. Till the next battle, stay worthy. It's your boy. Peace.